Hello, hello, hello. Who you with?
Was fire.
Who we against?
Elias.
That's right, that's right. Let's wake him up, wake him up, wake him up. Hello, hello, hello. Who you with?
Was fire.
Who we against?
Elias.
Yes, sir. Hello, hello, hello. Wake him up, wake him up. Who you with? Sports Fight. Who we against? All liars. Welcome to the night show. We have Sportsanator TT in the building tonight. God bless TT. He's somewhere here across the world, across the planet. We really don't know where he's at. It's undisclosed location, people. Very important guy. What's up, Sportsanator TT?
How much happy to be here.
Yes, sir. It's a blessing for you to be here with us. You are the first Sportsanator to enter Sports Fire, man.
It is a pleasure being the first.
Yes, sir. First is always the best. Last is always the worst.
That's right.
So we got an interesting show tonight. We're going to be speaking on a couple of different subjects and also a couple of different updates. Anyway, how's the weather where you at, man?
No, it's hot. 24/7.
24/7?
24/7. It's always hot. Ain't nothing hotter than that the Miami Heat, so.
Yeah, the Miami Heat, you know, we're going to discuss them tonight, too. We got an interesting topic about the Heat tonight. This should be interesting about the Heat. But anyway, I'm going to start the show off speaking tonight of Mr. Deion Sanders, coach of Jackson State. Now, it's been reported that Deion Sanders was hospitalized for a dislocated toe along with an inflamed nerve. He had surgery. As he was healing, he looked underneath the bandages and his foot was turning black. It's not a good sign anytime your foot is turning black.
It was not.
Yeah, that's not good. I thought he was diabetic. I was like, wow, if he's diabetic, you know how that goes. Once they start cutting on him, they never stop.
You know, that was actually my first thought, too. When I heard that they were saying his toes was cut off, I was like, hey, I didn't know he was diabetic, especially somebody that looks like him, who looks like he's in pretty good shape.
Correct.
So,
you know, come to find out, it's not diabetic. It just come with the game of football. Come with any professional sports, actually. But it was stated that they was talking about amputating his toes and also his leg below the knee. So I guess they got that out of control. But what they had to do was, I forgot what exactly that disease is called, when your leg swells up. So they had to go inside his leg first, drain all the fluid out of his leg, and then do the surgery. But he actually lost his big toe on his left foot, and he lost the second toe next to it. So our wishes go out to Deion and his family, wishing him a speedy recovery, man.
Yeah, prayers out to him. Coach Prime, prayers out to him.
Coach Prime, the Hall of Fame. Huh? Nobody did it like Deion.
Yeah, prayers out.
All right, next up, we got Mr. Russell Wilson. I almost said Russell Westbrook. My bad. Russell Wilson, no. Reportedly, he has signed with the Denver Broncos, which is interesting because now he's in the AFC amongst the elite class of quarterbacks. Just to name a few, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Burrows, who was just in the Super Bowl, Tannehill, Josh Allen. So the AFC is stacked with quarterbacks right now. And he had a 4-year deal with Seattle for $140 million. So Denver inherited in 2022 season, $27 million of it. In 2023 season, $27 million of it. So it's a combined total they'll be inheriting from Denver, $51 million for this guy. I hope he's worth it. What do you think?
So, with him, I guess he's trying to pull a Tom Brady. Because how many championships did he win when he was with the Seahawks? Like 2, 3?
I think he got 2.
2. So, and I guess trying to pull the Tom Brady, win 2 over the other conference, and then come over to the AFC.
I was thinking the same thing because when Tom got to Tampa, they was loaded. at all positions, and they was missing with the quarterback. And the same thing was going on with Denver. They're loaded with receivers. The defense is decent. So yeah, he's trying to pull a Tom Brady, but we all know though, there's only one Tom Brady, baby.
It is only one time.
I don't know how he match up against the best over there in the AFC. You know, to me, he's a good quarterback, but I just feel like it was the Legion, you know, with that defense, the Legion of Boom. If you ask me, who carried it. But wish him well, see what he can do, because I do want him to make little future awesome NFL player. Get the voice of God.
Hey, we need somebody on the Falcons.
Crazy. You know, shout out to Future.
Shout out to Pluto.
Shout out to that kid, man. Well, let's talk about Cain Velasquez. So reportedly, allegedly, we'll say, someone raped, I'm not sure if it's his daughter or his son, but I heard they're like 4 or 5 years old. And I think it was somebody who worked close to them at a school or something like that.
Yeah, it was at a daycare.
It was at a daycare. Okay, right.
Yeah.
And apparently Cain couldn't get his hands on the guys he wanted to, so he caught him in traffic. And the guy had his father-in-law and his wife in the truck with him, and Cain went to pulling something out of a movie, chasing him down, ramming his truck with his truck, shooting, and shot the father-in-law, and didn't hit his man though. Dana White said he wished Cain could have beat him to death with his hands. I wish the same thing, because now you put yourself in a situation with the justice system, man. I don't know how they're gonna look too fairly at that. What do you think about that?
Honestly, you know, with him doing something like that in California, you already know they're not going to be too lenient with him, especially when it comes to the gun laws out there. It's just insane. Just the fact they even had a gun, which I want to say that they said that it was a unregistered weapon. So you already know with that in general, they're throwing a book at him. So that combined with the fact that he actually shot it, he actually hit somebody, it's not looking too good. And then if I'm not mistaken, I also seen that he was denied bail.
He was denied bail?
Yeah, yes. It's not looking too good. I mean, he did something that any man with children would do, you know, put in the same situation, I feel like. Just it's sad in general. But, you know, my respects out to his family, free Cain.
Free Cain, you know? Man, because I'm a father of 3 daughters. And I can see me on site with him. And hopefully, I'm not sure what's going on with the case. Hopefully the guy gets arrested and goes to prison. Him and Cain meet up in the same prison. And they can do a cage rumble. You know how the guards like to leave them cells open. That Cain get a little revenge. So I'm praying for Cain and his family, man, and the kids. That's the worst thing, the kids. They will be.
That is the worst part about it. Not only that, I read too that it might have happened to other children because that daycare supposedly was supposed to be like a well-known, very upscale private daycare, and they saying that the man he was related to the woman that owned the daycare. So it was also being reported that it might have also happened to other children.
I'm sure it has, though, because a molester doesn't just touch or fondle or molest one child.
Yeah.
He's sick in the head, so any child he can get his hands on, he will. And it's a sad situation for the whole family. It's just sad. Even on the alleged abuser side, even his family got to deal with this now. His kids, if he have kids. And may one day Cain is able to get his hands on this guy, because I believe all fathers should be given the right to touch the person who touched their kids.
I agree, especially when it comes to like just people who commit those crimes in general. It seems as though like they never really just get the full extent of the I guess you could say law that people that commit like, I feel like way less crimes, like somebody having weed or something like that on them, it seemed like child molesters only get like 3, 4, 5 years at the
Yeah,
most. They never just.
that's true. What is that about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's insane to me. Kane probably going to end up doing maybe 10 or more years versus this guy. Who knows? He could do, like I said, 3, 5 years and be out.
You know,
Life's still going on.
it's disturbing, the justice system, when it comes to these pedophiles. It's like you say, you'll get somebody who's selling weed or cocaine or whatever, you'll get them 100 years. They have to get pardoned to get out. But you give them a molester 4 to 5 years, sometimes 3 years, and the only thing they got to do is register as a sex offender. What is that?
Is it?
It's like, do you want this to happen to our kids? Because I noticed as the years have changed from decades, all you teach the kids is negative anyway. So it has a lot to do with our country right now.
Yeah, it is.
We don't make the
Yeah,
law.
think about it though. This the whole situation with Jeffrey Epstein and just how it came out, how all these like elites was around him and coming to his island and messing with little kids. You know, you got to really just look deeper down into, like you said, the justice system. How many judges do you think was at that island?
You know why these
messing with
judges let them
kids?
off? You know why these judges let them off? Because the judges are caught up in this sex trafficking ring too with these kids,
Exactly.
young ladies,
Exactly.
young males, and presidents are caught up in it. And that's why Jeffrey, what he said, they always tell you this, he hung himself in his cell. Somehow he got one of his shoelaces. Somehow he got one of his shoelaces and hung himself. Come on, people, we know the truth. Like, stop it. But it's all about the elite because they are the ones doing the most heinous crimes out here.
Hey, you wanna know what's also crazy? So I don't know if it was his girlfriend or what, but after he hung himself, it was like a manhunt. It was looking for her, and I want to say they ended up finding her like months later. But you never really just heard anything about that case afterwards. Like, it was publicized all over the place. So, oh yeah, they found it, and then just you heard nothing else about it. Like, what happened?
Yeah, they kept it quiet. I actually thought they were going to kill her. That's what I really thought.
It would have made sense because she got just as much information as him.
Yeah,
she was
got
right
all
there with him after, like, from the beginning. So
I think she's been sentenced, though, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's been sentenced.
she might have been, but like, it's still just a simple fact that you didn't really just hear nothing about it.
Yeah, you heard more about Ahmaud Arbery case.
Exactly.
Her case.
You heard more about that. You heard more about the George Floyd case, which, you know, granted, those are still pretty big cases that deserve to be known about. But you also got that case where you had somebody that deliberately molested hundreds, maybe thousands of children, and you just hear nothing about it.
Yeah, one big orgy party with kids involved.
Mm-hmm. So,
God bless the USA because we're gonna need it. Moving along. Next up, another MMA fighter, UFC fighter, John Jones. So John goes out again. He said he was just walking and drinking, and he had an encounter with the police. Not sure what that was about. Well, anyway, they had John, when I seen the video, on the car, and John was talking like a drunk man would talk. You know how drunk people talk. And John was just going on and on. Then all of a sudden, John picks his head up and bam, bams into the police car. Now, the police was cool with John. They was listening to John's stupid stories rather. Let John just ran on, get it out of his chest. But when he slammed his head into that police car, whoa, Mr. Deputy said, "Shut up. We don't want to hear any more of this, Judge. I should knock you out, Judge." And right after that, John took another L. His fiance, I guess she had enough of it. She's tired of being an abused fiance. And now John is the man who's abusing her is on national TV crying. Now, you could put John in an elevator with 13 biggest, baddest guys in the world. You cannot get a tear out of that guy, I guarantee you that. But that liquor, undefeated. John will cry to anybody's shoulders. What do you think about John?
Well, it's funny that you said that the cop was like, he gonna knock John out. I don't think you knocking him out.
No, I think he
Not knocking him out.
drunk, though. John was a little drunk.
Oh no, I'll take John even drunk. I think he knocked him out. That's
Hey,
all muscle memory right there.
hey, they would have choked John out. TT. They would have choked
I
him out.
don't know about that one. You know, I think he moving up to light. Nah, he moving from light heavyweight up to heavyweight. He training to fight at heavyweight. I want to say he probably at like 250
Oh, he's going
at
to
six
heavyweight now.
four. Yeah, he moving up to heavyweight. Supposedly the potential opponents they're looking at are they was talking about Francis Ngannou for a minute. Then they was talking about Surreal Game. A couple other people. I know other talks they were saying that they have a trilogy fight between Daniel Cormier and John at heavyweight because DC when he moved up to heavyweight, like he was just legendary. Like he just went on the street knocking everybody out. Won the heavyweight championship and held the light heavyweight championship at the same time. So I think that would have been a good one. I want to say they also threw in Stipe, his name as well, but yeah, it's a big guy. He's serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the police, it would have took all the police officers that night.
Oh yeah, he definitely would take him off. He
John
got
was drunk
his
though.
hands maybe be hand. If his hands handcuffed, he still got legs and like you seen the headbutt in use.
Yeah, the headbutt was serious. The headbutt
So
caught everybody's attention.
that would have caught mine.
Yeah, John is serious. I always like the guy. I love how quick he is. You know, my guy
Yeah,
used to be, what his name, Silver, and
mm-hmm.
the way Johnny whipped up on Silver, it hurt me. It hurt me bad because Silver was doing the same thing to everybody else. So I knew he was serious when he came in the game. And
Yeah.
on all serious note, though, when we speak of these MMA fighters, it may be CTE just like the football players.
It may be CTE, but it could also be one of the things where they got too much money and they just putting their money into the wrong things. It's obvious. He's been having a drinking problem over the years. He's had drug problems over the years. So you really don't know. It's just sad to see like a legendary fighter such as John Jones just going out like this. Every time you hear about him, you always hear about him on the news for something crazy, like whether he fighting his wife, he getting arrested, he driving drunk, stuff like that. It's no stop to it.
You may be
So
right. He kind of remind me of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was young with all that money and did the same thing, just wrecked out. Didn't know no better. Allegedly, Mike Tyson used to knock a person out in the ring and then go home and rob somebody. Allegedly. So, Tyson had a lot of demons, but at least one thing about Tyson, he learned the hard way because he lost all his money. But that's a good thing for him, as he stated himself, because it brought him back to reality, and now he don't have a bunch of leeches and vultures around him. So he was able to find himself again. And I'm happy for Tyson. Hopefully it'll be the same situation for John. Hopefully we have one of those stories for him too. And when it comes to Kane, I'm just gonna say a father did what a father had to do. I just wish he could have did it a little different, but I understand rage. Rage kicks in and you're not thinking no more. All you see is red. So hopefully they can just give him a plea of insanity. He blacked out. And remember, he's a fighter. He's prone to aggression.
No, that's true. When you put it like that, I would say I don't know about that one. When you put it like that, then yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, that's why a lot of time these football players, when you see them on video, they're prone to aggression. That's all they do every day. That's what they do for a living. They've been doing it since they was kids. So when you see them on the news and TMZ caught them throwing a girlfriend 3 doors down, not making light of it, people forget the strength that these people have and what they train for. Same with we're Sportsanators. Show on Sportsanator. You see the Sportsanators. It takes a lot to be a Sportsanator. When you see this, people hard work makes a Sportsanator. Sportsanator goes with gladiator, not negotiator. Yes, sir. On the Sportsanator. Yeah, that's the Sportsanator. In case you people didn't know what a Sportsanator was. You ever hear yelling there, Sportsanator, flex on them. Flex on them.
That's all you gotta do.
Flex on. Show them, big man. That's Sportsanator TT. Now that's
easy being a Sportsanator.
If you ain't like that, Sportsanator, what are they, TT? Who we against?
All liars.
All liars. Who we with?
Sports Fire.
Who we against?
All liars.
All liars as well on everything. Anyway, I'm reporting live from Dade County too. Like I say, Sportsanator TT is all over the world, you know, in a disclosed location.
That's right.
You know what? Let's talk about the Lakers. Let's go to the Lakers. Let's go to those.
What about them?
That's
what about them?
What about them? What about them? What's up with LeBron? He still tired?
He played tonight, but I want to say that they said that he got his ankles broke by Eric Gordon.
Oh, Eric Gordon did him in?
Yeah, I want to say they said that Eric Gordon broke his ankles.
Yeah, on getting up though.
Hey, 37 years old, which I can't say for 37 years old, he is playing phenomenal. You know, you got young players still trying to keep up with him, but at the same time, at 37 years old, you should not be having to, lead your team, like he's doing now. Like, you're supposed to have which you got street clothes, probably somewhere out there in the street.
Street clothes, people.
Yeah, Westbrook.
Street clothes, Westbrook.
He could probably build a house by this time. All them bricks he throwing.
At least a mansion. At least
something. A mansion. So, I kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, I don't, because he put himself in a situation.
Yes, he did.
He could have stayed with Cleveland, which you see Cleveland right now is balling. Them boy is balling. Well, he could have always came back to Miami. Could have came back and brought his talents back to South Beach, but
he should have never left South Beach.
He decided to go to the lake show, and you see what's going on. It's definitely a show.
Have you in your life ever heard, not just a player, but from a human, that say, I'm leaving Miami and I'm going back to Cleveland?
What is in Cleveland?
What is in Cleveland?
I just think of corn.
Where is Cleveland?
I can't even point to it on the map.
I can't even point to it. I don't have one buddy from Cleveland. But this guy went back to Cleveland. So now you got to suffer. You got to suffer. The reason I don't feel sorry for him, you put this team together, son, and I just want you to take, for one time in your life as a basketball player, LeBron, if you're listening to me, LeBron, look me eye to eye. For one time in your life, take responsibility. You always weaseling your way out of something ever since you entered the NBA. Now you're a grown man at 37. I respect your game, as Sportsanator TT say. You deserve all the accolades. Let's not compare you to MJ, though. But you are one of the greats. But let's talk about what you've done. You got rid of JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard. Now, this was after you won the championship in the bubble. Let's name some other players you got rid of.
You got rid of Rondo.
Kyle Kuzma should have left, though. But let's talk about Alonzo Ball, the Hart guy. Brandon Ingram, which to me was the best player when you was out that year. Who else you got rid of? You got rid of Caldwell.
Rondo.
What's the white guy who looked like he playing gym?
You talking Caruso.
Caruso. You got rid of Caruso. I'm probably missing a couple of players because there's been so many that you got rid of. And you went and picked didn't they get rid of Montrezl Harrell?
They got rid of him too. Yeah,
Montrezl Harrell.
Andre Drummond.
You went and picked up Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony. Don't get me wrong, I love Melo. Hello, Melo. I love that boy Melo. But Melo is older. Who is he gonna defend? Let's be honest. You got players like Ja, Anthony Edwards in them out here. So you put together this old team, and then you picked up Kendrick Nunn. And Kendrick Nunn, I wish you well. Hope you get well, but you should have never left the Heat to go chase LeBron. Not understanding you. Y'all put all your money in the THT. I just don't see the future in him. I see him as a great third type player, like a Tobias Harris type player. But LeBron,
with him, THT. I've seen games where he flashes and he get hot and he turned into that guy for the team. But I feel like it's kind of like with the Warriors, where like you got all these stars around you, so you're not really just go develop at a rapid pace, kind of like somebody like John Morant, where like you get thrown on the team and immediately you are like that guy. You know, you are the main option. So maybe like a change of scenery could help him. Or, you know, a change of scenery could, you know, just show everybody what we all been saying, like this guy's a bust.
Yeah,
But
true.
you know, it's still like real young in his career. I think Lakers definitely should have made some sort of trade at the trade deadline for him. Westbrook, maybe Malik Monk, if you like if the deal looked good enough. You know, they got all these players and backup players. I'm pretty sure somebody would have took. But I just don't think they're working hard enough.
Monk reminds me of J.R. Smith.
I think LeBron in that mode, he definitely looks like him too. Look like him and act like him. He got games where, you know, he's going crazy.
Real weird guy. You don't know what he's going to do. He may dump in his own basket. That team is a bust. And, you know, LeBron, we good. We straight over here, but I ain't never really like you like that. I mean, but I respect your game, but I ain't a fan of yours. But I respect your game.
I respected what he did for Miami. Most definitely. I ain't like, you know, I was a big LeBron guy when he was playing for us. So as soon as he left, that was that. Yeah,
that was it.
I care less for him.
But did he do it for us, or did we do it for his career?
We did. You know, LeBron was a monster with us.
Right.
That was like prime LeBron.
We made LeBron who he was. Remember, when we got LeBron, he was soft. He wasn't used to playing in the post. He always was whining. We put him in the post. We taught him how to be a champion. That's why we lost that first year when we were supposed to win. He started whining. It became contagious, and the whole team started whining. After he went through and experienced that heat culture, he toughened up. See, he couldn't have did it without coming to Miami. That's why he had to come with Wade. Wade didn't have to go where he went. Same way KD had to go over there, you know, to that shooter.
To go to state.
He said, go to state.
Do his thing over there.
Shout out to Draymond, man. Draymond, they need you bad, son. They need you bad. Sportsanator TT, didn't you pick Golden State to win it all? You think when Clay come back?
I still got them to win it all. Golden State not a bad team. They're actually a good team. I think where they at right now ranked in the West? Either second or third.
Second or third. Their record was, I think, Golden State and Miami Heat got basically pretty much got the same record.
I think and the Grizzlies was right underneath them, or either now they on top, because I think the Warriors have lost a couple games these past 4 games. So either they second or they third.
They may want to be careful with the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies a problem.
Yeah,
I need to see what they do in the playoffs though, because you know you got some teams that's just real good during the regular season, but then in the playoffs they just blow it.
Hey, but remember, it was kind of looking good last year. So they got a little experience underneath their belts right now. They're a young team, and ain't nothing like playing a young team who believe that they can do it. See, Ja got all of them dancing doing the NBA Youngboy to Liddy, and I see how much fun they having over there. This team believe they could beat you.
Yeah.
So
I definitely believe them. I see everybody except for the Suns. I can see anybody going to the Western Conference Finals, except for the Suns. Rick could care less for them.
Okay, well, let's talk about the Suns right now. So the Suns defeated the Miami Heat. I'm going off memory. 111-90, son. 90. What is that about?
Honestly, I have no words. that game right there just took my soul. I don't understand what happened, where the disconnect came at. They was either they was tied or like they might have been a couple points below going into the second half. But I don't know what just happened. It's kind of like offense just got stagnant. Apparently defense there too. They was up on the boys by like 20 points. So, and that's one thing like we pride Miami on. Like, you know, their defense is on a whole nother level. Yeah, so I really don't know what happened.
Defense.
I can't understand like how we lose to them with a full team minus Jimmy versus when we first beat them, and I believe we beat them with our G League team.
Yeah, we beat them with the G League.
So
this was they get back.
yeah, I don't understand. And then when we beat them with the G League, I want to say that they had everybody. The Phoenix, I want to say they had everybody. Versus tonight, we were missing Jimmy, and it was just missing CP3. So I don't know.
We was missing the Morris twin too.
Yeah, missing that man since the start of the season, ain't it?
Morris twin. He let the big sloppy boy knock him out.
No, it's fine out of place.
Sloppy boy do you like that?
I don't know what's up with that man, but he was another one. We should do him in with KZI partner.
Yeah, if KC both somewhere together. Yeah,
because I forgot he even still played for the team. This man has not been in a game since that incident with Joker. So
the big sloppy boy.
It's embarrassing. Like I don't know how you like just injure yourself like that just for getting pushed on the floor. When I know for a fact you've been fouled way harder than that.
Right.
I know for a fact. You're a defensive guy. You're not really, huh?
He wanted to sit out this season. He came down here for our women and liquor.
That's what it seemed like. It seemed like all he just been doing was chilling, enjoying Miami for what it was.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but yeah, like that's like bad. We definitely should have got rid of this guy.
But let me tell you, now let's get back to the game. I'm gonna tell you what I picked out why we lost. We're gonna start with JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee played 16 minutes. JaVale McGee had 15 rebounds. JaVale McGee had 11 points. How does JaVale McGee only play 16 minutes and get 15 rebounds? Okay. Now let's go to Aiden. Aiden plays 30 minutes, 10 rebounds, 19 points. Okay. Let's go to somebody else. Miles Bridges, 35 minutes, 9 rebounds, 21 points. You're hearing these rebounds, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Devin Booker, 33 minutes, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 23 points. Now let's switch on over here to our side. We're gonna start with our big man. Now this guy here, it isn't his fault because we're gonna talk about him in a minute anyway. Yurtseven, 4 minutes, 3 rebounds, 7 points. Why wouldn't he be in the game, Coach?
7 points in 4 minutes. That's crazy.
And 3 rebounds. Spo, answer this, Spo. Why isn't he in the game? Okay. Yeah. Now, let's go to Mr. Deadman. 14 minutes, 4 rebounds, 2 points. Okay. Waste of time. Let's go to our other center. They have him listed as center. Bam. 30 minutes, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 17 points. Tell me how we're supposed to win when we just got mudded on the boards. How can you win? Mm-hmm. You just got mudded on the boards.
Yeah, that's crazy. Not only that, like you said, that is pretty embarrassing. You know, JaVale McGee get 15 rebounds. Like DeAndre Ayton, man, I was scared of Giannis Shadow, which is that same guy. You know, we do them boys every time we play them.
Exactly. Who we look like again? Who Aiden look like?
That boy look like Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass.
Somebody better like that, baby. Smush, bro, and all, baby. You saw what Giannis did to the kid.
He look like somebody. He look like somebody from the 80s. I know that.
At least the 70s.
Maybe.
That's like the 70s look right now. That's like
the beard connected to the pro.
Yeah, that's Earth, Wind, and Fire days, though.
All he's missing is a sash around his head.
He been here before. That boy been here before, but now Giannis turned that boy into a shell. That boy had checked out the game, but only reason he stayed there because coach just needed somebody tall. He just needed somebody tall. So he was the
tall. They got JaVale.
When they got JaVale now. And so you telling me JaVale McGee is the new Dennis Rodman? Or are you telling me Coach Spo is not playing our big man lineup correctly.
He's not. I don't understand how Yurtseven and Strus were basically the stars of the G League.
They were.
And it seemed like Strus, he get minutes every now and then. But Yurtseven, you barely see him. This man was going, I think he went on a maybe 8-game stretch where he was averaging 10 or more rebounds per game.
Out of control. Remember, I called you. I said, hey, Sportsanator TT, he's unlocked. We had unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as Bam came back, they locked him back up.
Mm-hmm.
What are we holding this young talent back for? What are we holding him back from? He needs all the playing time right now. Playoff time is coming up. So you telling me every time we play a team, they got a giant center, we're going to go through this? And if they got a double giant center, this is what we're going to look like? Something has to change right now. But let's talk about another guy I wanted to talk about here, Kyle Lowry. Mr. Family Man. Can't get right. But let's talk about Kyle. 32 minutes, 5 rebounds. At least he went down, though, to help us out somewhat. 10 assists, 5 points. What's this guy problem?
There's no way you playing 32 minutes and you have 5 points. I don't even know what is going through Spoelstra's mind.
Points.
But the minute we hit the second half, this guy has only 5 points. 5 points. I'm switching that lineup up.
I have to. I would have bought in Strus.
And it's not like he going crazy with the he what you said, 10 assists. It was 10 assists is good, but regardless, we still need scoring.
We need scoring, man. We can
have scoring is stagnant.
They can pick me up and have me just to distribute the ball. You're supposed to be an elite point guard, son. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Because so you the point guard, okay. Let's go see who you was guarding and what they scored tonight. Who do you think the point guard was? Payne?
It probably was Payne. Between Payne or Burgess.
Yeah, old Payne hit for, let's see Payne's stats. Well, he was better than Lowry. 31 minutes, 4 rebounds, 10 assists, 11 points. So that man at least gave them people 11 points.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did he have a garbage game? Yes, he did. But he gave him 11 points. So let's see what PJ Tucker did tonight for us. PJ played 25 minutes, 6 rebounds. I can appreciate that, PJ. 1 assist, 9 points. Overall, that's a decent game for PJ.
It is. I can kind of see where like the issues are coming in though. With PJ Tucker, they're paying him all this money to be in Miami. But I'm starting to see that because of that, they kind of sacrifice, they throw him in the starting lineup. So they kind of just sacrifice, somebody like Strus, who should be in the game, playing maybe along with Bam or maybe along with Dedman. It's obvious. I feel like that double center lineup to help us out, especially when we playing teams with other big centers.
That's what I like, that double lineup, that double center lineup. But you right about that. They paying him a lot of money, so they have to play him.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, Victor Oladipo can take his spot.
Yeah.
And we push Bam to center since Spo not playing a double center anyway.
What do they play him PJ at? They play him at the power forward, right?
Forward.
So and Jimmy played a small forward. So I'm pretty sure they would probably they could put Oladipo at small. I want to say he played small forward and shooting guard. He really can play all 3-point guard as well, but I want to say they got him listed as shooting guard, small forward. So he can play both of those. But yeah, I don't think he really just had a too good of a game as well, Oladipo. Which he's still shaking the rust off. He did just come in.
And he almost got the Kyle guy. He gave us 4 points on 17 minutes. See?
Yeah.
So do we need to rest Kyle and limit him to the 15? And I was gonna bring up Gabe Vincent. My God, I guess since he don't got through out of rotation 1 game since Oladipo came back, I guess he's losing it. This man comes in 30 minutes, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 5 points. Come on, brother. What we gonna do with that? You telling me one time that we take you out the starting lineup, you lose your mind?
I tell you what we can do with that. He gonna end up turning into yours. Man. If Oladipo starts showing out, he gonna be just like yours. He gonna be on that bench.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's what they gonna do there. Unless it's.
Let's see what your guy is, Strus. 12 minutes. 12 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 assist. I'm not sure him and Gabe said it wasn't no beef with their minutes getting taken by Victor Oladipo, but I'm starting to see signs of mutiny.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm saying mutiny.
And what's crazy to me is, us, a lot of people don't really just pay too much attention to our team and just everybody that we have in the bench just because a lot of our players just underlooked coming into the NBA as them all being either undrafted or second round picks, So due to that, a lot of people don't really care. A lot of people they talk down on Tyler Hero because they really just don't know who Tyler Hero is and what he can do. Same with Duncan Robinson, which this season it really hasn't been this season for him. He's had some game. I think tonight he had a good game, but there's been some games as well. Man played like 30 minutes, had 0 points. He's had some real bad games, but regardless, like I said, we really have some weapons on that team, and there's no reason we should have lost to Phoenix. I feel like even without Jimmy, I think we definitely going to beat them, especially if we beat them with their full team, with our G League team. I don't know if it was because the chemistry was matching up with the G League, and Spo had to do some magical coaching. I don't know what it was, but yeah, this game it was an embarrassment. I sit here and I brag to people all the time about the Heat and who we are and what we gonna do, and just for us to lose like this to the best team in the West, we lost by like 20 points. We the best team in the East, and we lose by 20 points to the best team in the West. Like, what does that say about us?
21
when we go to the playoffs. Yeah, like what does that say about us when we go to the playoffs? That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the moment was too big tonight. They knew everybody would be watching this game. And look, this is the first time me and you link up to do Sports 5. And we thought we was going to have a beautiful conversation about the Heat. But we got a reality check, which is good. It's good. We know we still can mud the East, but we do have some concerns about this big man issue in this rotation lineup. And then the mutiny that I'm seeing right now. So Spo gonna have to get this he got to get it together. He got to do what he has to do, put on his thinking cap, go back into the film room where he comes from, and stay up late nights, put that time, that effort in, and figure out your lineup, son. Because when the playoff comes, everybody knows it intensifies. You get hit harder. The referees already not really calling no fouls this year. All the flops, all that's over. So they're gonna be hitting harder in the playoffs, and then it's faster. It's at a speed that I hope Oladipo can keep up with.
I definitely agree. As far as playing with the East, there's not really too many teams I'm really worried about with us playing them. But like you said, when it comes to teams in the West who are doing a whole lot of different coaching, they got a whole lot of different better players. Well, I ain't gonna say better than us, but they have a whole lot of good players. Yeah, you definitely gotta pick that lineup up. Because when I was looking at the whole stats for our team tonight in the game, it seemed like Spo was just throwing anybody in who could try to get hot and give us some points.
Yeah, and that shouldn't be the game plan.
I'm pretty sure this was one of the games where we was playing the Lakers back in the bubble. I think game 5, game 6, and his eyes all popping out his head. Yeah, he just throwing everybody in.
The old Popeye.
Yeah, you can tell that guy he didn't know what was going on.
And I know we the best on the planet, but what still concerns me too, another thing that concerns me, we don't have that killer mentality that PJ Tucker be mentioning all the time. We say we got this culture, we got this and that. Yes, normally our teams, when we win championship, they have that mentality. They're gonna dog you. They call themselves the kennel, the pound, whatever they call themselves. You ain't locking them. When you gonna lock on it? Make sure it don't move no more. It's supposed to play dead. When we gonna lock on something? That's what I want to see. We got to get a little bit nastier.
There's been times where we up by like 10, 12, 20 points in the fourth quarter, and then some way, somehow, these boys came back. And now we battling in the last couple minutes, trying to like maintain a 2-3 point lead when we was beating them in the beginning of the fourth quarter by like 10 to 20 points.
Exactly.
You know?
And this is
that makes no sense.
This is when I need a player like Lowry. Tucker, I already know he got it in him. I know Deadman got it in him. Jimmy got it in him sometimes. I need all of them when the playoff time come. Get nasty. Show these young ones. See, one thing I ain't worried about Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is on his own world out there. So I know he gonna do what he do. As long as they get out his way, Tyler Hero, everything gonna be okay. But tonight, to lose in Dade County, in your house, you let them do that in Mama's Garden? This is Mama's Garden down here, and we don't allow that. And they stepped on our roses tonight. But there's another day. But I ain't gonna lie to you, it was great having you up here, Sportsanator TT. I know you're gonna be back, and I appreciate all the fans and subscribers checking us out. First time with one of my guest Sportsanators, but you'll see them many more times. Sportsanator TT, take us out.
Hey, appreciate you for having me on Sportsanator Rojo.
All the time. Hello. Who you with?
What's fine?
Who you against?
All Lions.
Hello. Wake 'em up. Who you with?
What's fine?
Who you against?
All Lions.
Wake 'em up. Sportsanator, do your dance. Sportsanator, do your dance. Go ahead. Sportsanator, do your dance. Sportsanator, do your dance. Do your dance. Okay, do the card. Do the card on them. Oh, do the card on them. Yes, sir. Got them loafers. Ooh, got a minute in the loafer. Who you with?
What's fine?
Who we against?
All Lions.
Hello. Wake 'em up. Do your dance. Sportsanator, do your dance. Sportsanator, do your dance. Let go. Yes, sir, Sportsanator. We on fire. Who you with?
What's fine?
Who we against?
All Lions.
Let's go. Wake 'em up. Hello. Do your dance. Sportsanator doing his dance. Sportsanator, he doing his dance. Yeah. Woo! That was live, man. We're gonna do this again. Nothing but love, baby.
Hey, it's all appreciate you for having me, Sportsanator Rojo.
Anytime and many times. Bless.